Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Arc Large One Light Bath Sconce. So I want to show you the difference between the glass sizes on the large, the one we're talking about now, and the smaller one, which is the 201311. So I have the glass here, and this is the one for the bigger one. This is the 1310. And then I happen to have the smaller guy right here. So these are your differences in size, just so you guys know. It's a great way to see it. Let's talk more about the size of this one. This is 12.1 inches overall height. It's not the glass itself, but it's the fixture itself. 12.1 from the bottom of the bar to the top of the glass, and then your width is coming in at 10 inches, and that's going to be that piece of glass side to side. Projection from the wall coming out, that's going to be 4.6 inches. And then the mounting height from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your electrical outlet box, that's coming in at 2.6. So you want to know those kind of things. Backplate on this is coming in at 5.5. I would recommend you going back, if you have a little time, and watch the video on the smaller one, the 2013-11. It's kind of the same setup, and there's a lot of information in that you can use for this one too. So kind of get a 2-for-1 there. Okay, so let's hop into a couple other things. Let's talk about finish really quick. So on this, you're going to notice that Hubbardton Forge limits you on the finishes that you can get for this. So those are, and they call it a bathroom sconce, but you can use this anywhere. I would probably use this in all kinds of other applications. Dining rooms, I would probably use this flanking a fireplace in a living room because I think it's a really pretty sconce. But getting back to the finishes thing, so you're going to see that they have just a small list of finishes out of our big list of finishes that you see on everything else. And you may be pairing this up with another fixture in that room, whichever room you're in, that you want to use a different finish on this. So I can often do this in custom finishes, and how we would go about that is you would drop a quick email and say, I'm looking at the 2013-10 and I need it in dark smoke or bronze or something like that. What I have done in the past on these fixtures is I've done them in custom coastal bronze or coastal dark smoke, and those are the outdoor finishes that perfectly match the indoor finishes. So you can see those in the Finishes Help Guide way down in the bottom. There's a chart there, you can check those out. So you'd send me an email saying I'm looking at the 2013-10. I would take that in whatever finish you're going to tell me. I would take that and send it over to the customs department where they look at it, they say yes or no, they assign it a number, comes back to me, and then it adds a little time and money, but I do customs every day, and then I send that off to you so you can check it out. Okay? So why don't we hop into a couple other things. Let's talk about that beautiful glass. So Hubbardton uses what's called Slump Glass in this, and this is an art glass. This is what is bought and sold in galleries all the time, beautiful art galleries. So how this is made is they have a kiln, and that kiln you're going to have a form, and they'll put the glass, different types of glass on top, because you have more than one color here, and they'll let it fall and as it melts into that form. So and then it's basically done. So one side has got a glossy texture to it, and the other side has a little bit more of a mottled texture to it. There's actually almost like a little patterning in here. I'm not sure exactly how they do it, but it's really cool. So that's called white swirl, and now you know, right? So check that out. Okay, let's talk about what's going on inside of this. So it's going to be using what's called a medium base socket, and it's a porcelain socket, and that's hiding inside a housing that's the same finish as the rest of the fixture. And it's going to be using a medium base bulb, which is right there. So the recommended bulb is a type B, and a type B are these guys. So they're kind of either a torpedo or they're going to be a flame tip. And the idea is that this is small enough that it's going to hide behind, in that space, behind the glass and behind the bar. So that's why these are what they are. So this is an incandescent version, maxing out at 60 watts. This is an LED version. This is probably a 60 watt equivalent. With LEDs, you can use whatever you want. Incandescent, you have to stay with a 60 max. And you can get these in frosted and clear, so just kind of remember that. The other thing about this, it's a dimmable fixture. So if you're going to use this in a situation, most people are not going to be dimming their bathroom lights, but if you're going to be using this light in, let's say, a stairway, or you're going to use it in a hallway or someplace like that, and you do want to dim it, just make sure you buy the dimmable version of whichever bulb you guys are going to get. Now, let's talk about one last thing with LEDs. So in every video I talk about the color of light in LEDs, really important. So if you're using this in the bathroom, chances are you want it to be in what's called warm white, and that's going to be a 3000 Kelvin. That's a nice warm glow. It's not too yellow, it's not too white and blue, and we'll talk about those things. But it's this nice warm light that's on me right now. So this is 3000 Kelvin. What's called daylight. Daylight's going to be that blue kind of hospital waiting room light, and that is going to be 4000, 5000, 6000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. And they call it daylight, but it's not the warmth of daylight, it's the coolness of daylight. Way on the other side of that is going to be 2700 Kelvin, and that's going to be that kind of yellow light, like a setting sun or something like that. And there are situations where you may want to use that in like a living room or a dining room. I think that would be very pretty in this fixture. But that other bluer light, I don't think is going to fly very well on this. So it's something that you guys should know. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.